Okay guys, I'm coming at you with another holiday cake. So if you remember back in Thanksgiving, I did a holiday marble cake. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll link that down in the description if you want to go check it out. So for Christmas, I wanted to do something that was a lot simpler and I think it'll be an elegant and sweet design. So I had already done the prep work in terms of making my frosting and my cake the other day. So I'll go and insert some footage right now for you guys to go check out. Okay guys, not much to see here. I made 3 layers of box cake. The top and the bottom layer was spice cake and the middle layer was a French vanilla layer. I followed the instructions exactly except for adding a cup of water. I replaced that with a cup of milk. Thinking back, if I were to redo this recipe, I would have added some either applesauce or bananas or carrots to the spice cake mix. It's just very hard to get spice cake to be very, very moist. Think carrot cake, it's kind of a cousin, similar concept. They're just really, really hard cakes to keep moist, and I thought using a box cake was going to cut it, and it did not. So I wish I would have added a little something else after the fact to make the cake moist. So if you're gonna do this recipe, I highly recommend adding probably some applesauce in this recipe. After I baked my cakes and they were cooled, I took them out of the oven and took them out of the pan as best as I could, and I just layered them. I put the scraps in a separate bowl, and I used the scraps to actually make cake bites, which is in another video that I'll link down below in the description. And after I leveled my cakes, I just made a traditional cream cheese frosting. I'm not going to really go through all of the steps since I've previously shown you this recipe in my previous videos, so feel free to go and click on those to get the recipe yourself. Just think when you're making frosting, especially when you have to crumb coat, you want the frosting to be light and airy. Okay guys, so we are back. My cake has been defrosting on my countertop and it's becoming up to room temperature. So it's just hanging out for right now. while I work on the decorations. I also whipped my frosting. I already told you guys before, you can always make frosting ahead of time, or if you buy the pre-made frosting that comes in the container, I highly recommend you guys whipping it for, again, 7 minutes in heaven rule, 7 minutes to aerate the frosting so that way it can be ready to whip and to ice your cake a lot easier. So that is already done. I actually popped the frosting back in the fridge for a second. It was a little too runny and a little too warm out today for the frosting, so that right now is hanging out in the fridge. I'll take it out maybe like 5 minutes before I need to use it. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, so right now I'm going to work on the decor. So first I am just going to lay out white fondant. So what I plan to do is I'm going to do a cream cheese frosting, another layer on the cake, around the crumb coat. I want to do a white fondant layer on the cake. Then I have a fun gadget I've never used before. Well, technically speaking, this is my first time using fondant. I bought a ton of gadgets like back in my college days when I used to bake all the time. So I have like random fondant tools. I never actually used it. So this would be my first time. And when I was looking at fondant cakes, one of the things everyone recommended is getting a steamer. So I ordered this off of Amazon. So this should be fun. It should give my cake a nice sheen and just even out any cracks, and will just help me along the way. So hopefully I don't have too many issues. So I just plan to put the white fondant coat on it. I'm going to steam it for a little bit, and then what I plan to do, hopefully this will work out in my favor, is I have this little fondant punch mold. I don't think you can see it. It's leaves. So I want to take green fondant. I'm going to dye it again and hopefully use some of the bigger leaves to get some decor, and then I'm going to make the 2 red balls like cranberry and put them on the side of the cake. So it should be really simple. It's going to have a nice white, shiny white outside with pops of green and red for the holidays. I also got round 3 of the food coloring. More food coloring, so hopefully this brand is going to work and give me the color that I want. Let's pray, because I'm very, very nervous about this red again. I think it's going to come out pink, but we will see. This is round number 3 for the red, so that's pretty much it. So let me just get started. Hopefully this doesn't take so long, so we'll see. Okay, I'm going to pop back on really quickly. So in college, I remember buying the tools because they were on sale, but I never actually bought fondant because I was a broke college student, and it was really expensive. This tube, I think, cost me about $20, and when I was in college, I could not afford that. And then for some reason, I remember me looking at it thinking, this is gonna taste bad. Why should I buy pre-made and make my own? So I remember looking at recipes to make like marshmallow fondant, like all different types of homemade fondant. Then eventually I was just like, this is not worth it. Like, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Never dealt with anything. So now that I open up this bag and caught a whiff, it stinks. Well, I shouldn't say it stinks. It smells like sugary, like chemicals. I don't even know. That sounds terrible. It's true. Something about it is off-putting. Like with the smell of this, it's definitely sugar for sure, but it's like sugar and chemicals. Like you can definitely tell this is not good for you. I am going to try it right now on camera for the first time. I think, like, you can eat fondant obviously, but I feel like most people just put it to the side and eat the cake outside of it. So I'm gonna try it to see how it tastes now, but I don't think it's gonna have good results. So hold on, let me actually take a good chunk of this outside of the bag so I can use it for my cake. Let's see. I'm gonna make a smaller piece. This much. Alright. Oh, it doesn't taste bad. It don't taste like anything. It don't taste bad. The smell is just like a little off-putting. Maybe it's just a plastic container that it came in. It smells like a manufacturing plant. It doesn't taste bad. It also doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste like anything, to be honest. All right, let me roll this out. That was anticlimactic. I thought it was gonna be gross. It's not. And let me just get to it. I'm so tired right now. If you were following me on Insta, you would have saw I spent about a good 2 hours shaping out and molding these fondant leaves, if I can get it up. So they've been drying overnight. I realized after I put down my white fondant layer, there's way too many cracks. I needed that smoother. I was trying to skip a step. I always do this and it bites me in the ass towards the end. So there's a lot of cracks and imperfections in my cake that I wanted to cover up. So I just kept punching out leaves and leaves and leaves and more leaves. I literally just wanted maybe like 4 or 5 and then like maybe 3 or 4 like fake cranberries. It did not happen. I ended up punching out a ton of, I did light green and darker green leaves, and then I went and put a little food coloring on them to give them some dimension. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting. I should have washed it out, but you'll get a close-up picture of it to see what I did. Then I tried to make the cranberries. Epic fail, because yet again, I should have known from a macaroon video, I was gonna get pink. I tried everything and then I went back and put a little bit more food coloring on it. They're pink, like you can see it in the camera. They are maybe a hot pink, they are not red, they're pink. So if you're going to use, or if you need red fondant, just buy red fondant from your bakery, because dealing with the red food coloring is just not it, and I'm not dealing with it. I also did a couple of red leaves because I wanted to pop a color. So I did some red ones, and I also did a few brown ones. So I'm hoping I have enough to cover all the imperfections that I want to cover. So yeah, this is becoming more of a project than what I was originally anticipating. So we're just gonna get started. I also have a delivery that is on its way, a piece of furniture. So I doubt I'm gonna be done before then, but if I am, let's thank the Lord, because I don't know, this might be more of a massive undertaking than what I'm anticipating. And I also actually no, I think that's about it. I think I want to do a grocery run today. If I do go, I'm going to take you guys with me and just enjoy the day. So we will see. It is very late. It's 11:15. Like, I've been up since probably about 8 o'clock, but I didn't actually get out of bed until a half an hour ago to like shower. Haven't had coffee yet. This is my coffee. Haven't eaten anything yet. Like, it's a rough morning. So anyways, I'm talking too much. I'm just gonna start with this cake and try my best to get this done as quickly as I can. So we shall see. Anyways, we're gonna go and do this. I should have a paintbrush. Again, skipping steps. I do not have a paintbrush. I'm using a Q-tip. I told you guys this last night on Instagram. I'm gonna get some water and I'm just going to soften the back of the fondant to act as glue. And then I'm going to stick it on the cake. So we're just gonna go from there and I'll just show you. All right, peace. Okay guys, it's kind of a fail, but you get the idea. For my first time using fondant, honestly, I needed that damn smoother, and I don't know why. I think I just need to work a lot quicker than I am, because this thing cracks. Like, you can't even use it now, because even when I push it in, the white fondant is cracking more, so I'm super over it. I didn't want to put too much. Wasn't able to hide all of the imperfections, but at least for now, it looks kind of whimsical-ish. I'm tempted to do some cleanup, but at this point, I'm just like, it's a fail. I may have to do this one over. But nonetheless, the top is really, really pretty. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick close-up right now.